What up, fam? Country CEO back again, man. Look, more game. More game and more game. That's right. Welcome back to this channel, subscribers, family, and friends. Man, listen. Financial responsibility is what we're talking about, particularly constructing comprehensive records, getting our house in order by way of making sure we got good documentation in order to present to these lenders when we go get that truck or when we go get that next truck, right? All right, so let's talk today about inconsistent income statements may raise concerns. Inconsistent income statements may raise concerns. Here we go. Number one. Fluctuating income can indicate that your business is not stable enough to sustain long-term obligations. Uh, fluctuating, you mean your income going up and down, right? That could suggest and indicate that your business is not stable enough to sustain long-term obligations. And same is for personal. If you hadn't started yet, they're going to look at your income from a personal level. And if they say, give me the last 2 years of personal tax returns, and you made 80,000 in 21, but you made 40,000 in 22. Wait, well, what happened here? Right? So fluctuating income could raise some concerns with those folks and indicate instability in your personal finances and or if you're in business. Number two, inconsistent earnings can signal poor management or an unreliable business model. When they look at your records and they see inconsistent earnings, they might, oh, he not managing well. What's going on? He's something wrong with what's happening. You made 150,000 with your dump truck this year, but then last year you didn't make that. You know, what are you doing? So those are the kind of things that raise red flags with those folks that we have to make sure that we're eliminating so they won't, be asking those kinds of questions. All right. And then number three, lenders may worry that you will struggle to meet loan payments during low income months. If your earnings are inconsistent, you may the lenders may wonder that when it gets slow, you will have a problem paying. That's basically what they're saying, right? That'll make them wonder that, like, wow, I wonder, if they be able to pay us that note, that dump truck note when it gets slow, right? Because your records are gonna tell the story. Documentation tells the story. You can say anything. This is one of those things in the financial arena when you're dealing with applying for loans for trucks, things of that nature. You can't talk a good game. You can't talk yourself out of that or into that, right? In finding dump truck work, you're selling yourself. You're talking, right, to sell yourself. But in the realm of finances, the numbers, the documentation is going to tell the story. And so, if your records, whatever your records show, is what they gonna know. That rhymes. All right. So let's give you three solutions. See, can we help you with that? Three solutions. Number one, use professional, I love this one, accounting services to create accurate, reliable, and consistent income records. Man, I tell anybody, and I've been telling y'all, get a CPA, man. This ain't nothing to play with. I know you might have your wife that then took a class, your cousin Jenny then been to school and she ain't licensed, but she know how to do it. Your cousin Sally does income tax on the side with TurboTax, all of this stuff. But brother, sister, your stuff look a whole lot better when your stuff is coming from a professional accounting firm. Because they gonna have your stuff together. It's gonna be accurate, it's gonna be reliable, and it's gonna look good. It's gonna look the part. You hear me? All right, so think on that. Number two, Hire a certified accountant or use accounting software to ensure that your financial records are accurate and up to date. So if you are somebody that's got the correct training and you are competent, or you do have a very competent person that's got a background and worked in a business where they did the account, things like that, right? That know what they're doing, then that's okay. Because that can ensure that your stuff, your records are going to be accurate and are up to date. They ain't all over the place. They ain't raggedy. Got you looking raggedy, you know? Because there are some competent people in our families and friends that we may know how to do it, that got the background, that have got some training in it, that have been on somebody's job 10, 15 years, and that's what they done at the job. But let's be careful, right? So hire a certified accountant, or if you do have to use somebody that's got a background in it. And not say, I can learn it. I can learn how to do it. You can save that money. Okay. Number three, regularly update your financial records and review your cash flow to keep a pulse on the financial health of your business. I'll read that one again. Regularly update your financial records and review your cash flow to keep a pulse on the financial health of your business. How are you going to, the health is the condition of your business, right? Health would suggest that you're growing, you're making money. Your revenue is outpacing your debt or your expenses, right? But if you're trending where your expenses are catching up to your income and your income is staying the same, for example, that would be a problem, right? So make sure that you're keeping a pulse on how you're doing, right? I'm getting ready to do that here at Income Tax Time. I do it all at the beginning of every year. We see what we've made, we see what the expenses are, we see what the profit is, and we'll compare that year over year. I'm gonna look at it last year and see how it compares. I'm gonna look at 23 and see how it compares, right? Now, 24 is going to be the only apples to apples year because I didn't have 9 trucks in 23, did I? No, didn't have 9 trucks in 23, but 24 had nine. I'm sorry, I didn't have 9 and 23. I had 9 and 24s, so I could only compare that to some extent because it's not the same amount of revenue. I ain't had the same amount of trucks, but 24 to 25 will compare, right? So year over year, that kind of stuff. Okay? These are the kind of things we gotta have, and we gotta have documentation, y'all. All right? So inconsistent income statements may raise concerns. Get your statements together. Don't let them sink the boat because before it gets a chance to float. Did it again. Hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. Capture CEO. I'm out of here. I'm gone.